Hi there, it's Mike from OdorStop, and this video is going to be an overview of our OSAP7 HEPA air filtration system and commercial ozone generator unit. And it has both functions on it. It's a very unique unit, and it can do things that almost no other unit can do. I'm going to talk to you today about its functionality, what it does, and how to use it. I'll show you how to set it up in the video as well. We'll go over all the clock settings, how to set the clock, and how to use the timer functions. And then finally, we'll wrap up the video with how to maintain it. So a couple things about the unit. First of all, it's a HEPA filtration system. It's a true HEPA filter. And so that means it filters particles down to 0.3 microns. So allergens, bacteria, viruses, they can't get past the HEPA filter. It also has a 3 ozone plate machine built into it. If you don't know anything about ozone, this is almost as powerful as our 3-plate commercial ozone generator that we sell to hospitals and hotels and ServPro cleaning companies, things like that for fire and flood restoration. So the nice thing about the unit is you can use it during the day to make sure you're cleaning out any bacteria or viruses in your home, or if you have allergies or pollen. But then you can also use it if you have somebody in the house that smokes, or you have pets, a kitty litter box, if you have a damp basement, or you have an RV that smells a little bit, or a cabin, or anything like that, and you want to take out any of that skank that people smell and you say, oh, I'd really like to get rid of that smell. So ozone's very unique in what it can do. There's really nothing that can do what ozone can do. Any hotel you've ever stayed at has ozone generators because they quickly take out any bacteria, viruses, and smell. So in the next segment, I'll go ahead and show you how to set the unit up. So I've unboxed it already. I've gotten my power cord out, the 3 ozone plates, and the remote control. You want to turn the unit around to the back. There's a screw that holds the pre-filter in. We're going to take that out, set it down, pull out the HEPA filter, pull out the charcoal filter, the TiO2 filter, and it exposes the back of the unit. This is the UV light, and what you're going to do is take your ozone plates, and you'll see 3 slots to insert them into. You want to set them all the way in firmly, but not too firm. They are ceramic plates with stainless steel on them. That's how the ozone is made. Just for your own reference, I've already mentioned in the beginning, but this is a commercial grade and commercial level ozone generator based on the amount of ozone that it actually makes. So it's really a great combination unit. Once you've fully inserted that, we'll replace the filters in the order we took them out. Carefully put them in. And the HEPA filter. Just so you know, this is built with a safety switch in it, so if you don't have the pre-filter on the back, the unit will not turn on. Next, we're going to take the power cord, we're going to insert it in the receiver. I will go ahead now and turn the unit around, turn it on. There is on the back a master power switch. You're going to want to turn that in the on position. This red indicator light means that the power is on. From here, you can just start using the unit. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to set up the clock. You don't have to do anything. You can just literally power the unit on, and you can adjust with the fan up and down. You adjust the level of the fan that you want from 1 to 4. You can also run the ozone at this point just by pushing up or down. It goes from completely off, which you have to push it all the way down so you do not see a light, up to 4 levels. Now I'll caution you, this is a commercial grade ozone generator. You do not want to be in the room while this ozone generator is running. It's for unoccupied spaces only. You don't want to leave pets in there, dogs, cats, anything like that. So that ends our setup. The next section, I'm going to show you how to set the timer up and the clock functions as well. got a very unique timer, and the reason it does is because you're able to set the timer function for the entire unit to run for a different time, a longer time, than the ozone function. So it's really two timers in one because it's two units in one. So what happens is you can set the unit to turn on every day from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. and then the ozone only to turn on for a couple hours a day from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I'll show you how to do that. The reason you'd want to do that is because ozone is such a strong smell. It dissipates very quickly, but it's a unique kind of chlorine-y smell that you wouldn't want to run the ozone unit right up until the time, the ozone function right up to the time that you re-enter the space, because this is for unoccupied spaces only. And you really, when you're buying this unit, you're buying not only a commercial grade HEPA air filtration system, but a commercial grade ozone generator in one. So to set up the clock function, I'll just show you how to do it. First of all, we'll zoom in here. You can see that we have the timer set button is what you're going to use, time and set button. And to set the clock, you're going to push this once, and then you can use the fan up or fan down to set the hour time, and the ozone up or ozone down to set the minute time. So let's just set it. Push it once, it'll start blinking. Now we'll go ahead and set this down and we'll call it 1:13. Push the timer set button again, time set button again, and after 3 seconds it'll revert back to the actual time. Now, to set the unit to come on and off at the exact same time every single day, you're going to just follow these simple steps. You'll press the time set button twice, then you'll set the time that you want the unit to come on, then you'll set the time that you want the unit to go off. Then within that you can also set the time that you want the ozone to come on and the ozone to come off. It's significant now, what you want to do, you can only set the ozone to come on and off during the time that the entire unit's on and off. You also will not be able to set any of the timer functions without the clock being set. So let's go ahead and do it. We set it twice, or we push it twice, and it says unit timer on. We're going to roll this down. We want it to come on at 2 p.m. Push it again. It says unit timer off. We want this to go on at 8 p.m. the entire unit. Now, for the ozone portion, we wanted that to come on at 3 p.m. So we're going to set that, and we wanted that to go off. Timer set button again, and we want that to go off at 5 p.m. Then you push the button again, and that is set. Your timer is now set. So all you need to do now is figure out at what level you want all the functions to come on at. As an example, right now it's set that the fan will come on level 1. But if I want the fan to come on level 4, I probably will, I'll put that up. And if I want the ozone to come on at level 2, I just adjust whatever level I want it to come on. Then I push the unit timer button, I push the ozone timer button, and then if I want to, I can run the UV function as well. All these functions are explained in great detail in the owner's manual for you to look at. You can check that out when you get the unit. But for now, this is set up this way. Let's say, for instance, I run the unit for the day tomorrow, and I realize that I wanted the ozone to run for a little while longer. I would simply go back and increase the time that I wanted the ozone to run for. And if the next day I said, oh, it smells really nice in here, I don't need the ozone function for the following day, I would just push the ozone timer and it would shut that off. So when you see the light blinking, it means I've accurately set the time, everything's proper, and then the whole unit will come on. But as I said earlier, you cannot run the ozone timer without the unit timer on. I just can't push that button. You can push it, nothing will happen. So the unit timer has to be set first. So with that in mind, the functionality of that is excellent. You can tailor it to meet any need that you have. So I hope that's pretty simple for you to see. Then the next section, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to maintain your unit. There's a couple things to consider when talking about maintenance of the unit. Of course, you can get debris on the front grille. There are 4 little screws that are here that you can take off to clean the ionizer. You will not have to do that very often. And the fan blade. There's a detailed description of the things you can do in the owner's manual. But for now, I'll talk to you quickly about how to clean your ozone plates. Because that's something you can do fairly often and very easily. First, you can shut the master power switch off. You can unplug the unit, and of course, even take it out from the receptacle in the back. Very easy to take the pre-filter off by unscrewing this wing nut and setting it down. Take the filters out. They can be blown off with compressed air, and even these filters can even be washed out. Just make sure they're completely dry before you put it back in. You've got the UV light here that can be wiped down with a cotton swab. But the ozone plates just pull out, and they can be cleaned with any degreaser, 409, Fantastic, Dawn dishwashing detergent, anything like that. Just spray them down or put some soap on there, run some water over them, take something real soft like a bristle brush, maybe a toothbrush, and then run them underwater again when they're completely dry, put them back in. That's the best way to keep them maintained. As I said, you can refer to your owner's manual for details on all of the things I've talked about in this video. And you can visit us at OdorStop.com for more information as well.